called my sister a whore. Now my house is abandoned, my bed is the floor. It's been a week I didn't eat, I couldn't take it no more. Saw my teacher, Miss Elaine, at the grocery store. I waited by a car, she asked, "Weren't you in school?" Put my gun up to her head and said, "Get in, you old fool." She offered her keys, cried and said, "Please." She promised not to tell and give me A's and B's. I said, "I want your money, grub, and all I can sell." I looked into her eyes and she was scared as hell. I knew she was a snitch, I beat her down with my gun. Got happy with the trigger, now I'm on the run. An assassin. That old boy, that old boy, that old boy, that old boy. Don't fuck with me. I'm an assassin. That old boy, 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 that old boy. Don't fuck with me. Now I'm just what you expected, a runner out on bail. Hustling is my job, and I'm paid well. I'm used to making money fast, buku cash. Try to cheat me and beat me, my boss is busting your ass. Once lived Sheila, yeah, I meant to kill her. Her teeth was big and gappy, so I called her Godzilla. She planned it for a party, she said bring everybody. No jive, when we arrived, we saw Detective Ray McCarty. We started harassing, my fila came unfastened. I fell in, went to jail and came back as an assassin. First I started rolling, my pockets started swelling. Having greenness, having power, and you know what I was selling. Now Sheila was addicted, her face looked reflected. I caught her selling ass, then and there I should have kicked it. I drove up to her corner and gave her a grin. Asked how much, she said 20. I said bet, she got in. I drove her to a spot that was quiet and dark. Yo, turn out the lights and found a place to park. Now I knew the girl was ready, she started getting sweaty. But all was in my head was kill the bitch like Freddy. I dug between the chair and whipped out the machete. She screamed, I sliced her up until her guts looked like spaghetti. A maniac, I stabbed the girl in her tits. And to stop her nerves from jumping, I just cut her to bits. An assassin. That old boy, that old boy, that old boy, that old boy. Don't fuck with me. I'm an assassin. That old boy, 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 that old boy. I'm an assassin. Off to my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. My father was a priest, cold-blooded, he's dead. Hypocrite, I caught him basing, so I shot him in the head. Poured on the holy water, blessed the dead is what I said. Then heard the demon screaming as his body bled. Now I stole from the poor, lied on a man, dropped a dime, he's doing time, and I don't give a damn. We're not really greedy, we'll help the poor and needy. We'll rock a show and cock some dope and drink until we're peaty. Drunk on the freeway, just the other day I saw a fine hitchhiker and I wanted to play. I pulled off the road so I can offer a ride. She said thanks, I said no thang, then she got inside. Jobbing as I was driving, then I asked which direction. She said 5th Ward, I said we're from the same section. Made it to my Ave, she got out and said thanks. I said yo babe, like won't you chill and have a couple of drinks. We went into my house and I filled up a glass. She drank, then got drunk, that's when I got in that ass. I banged it until my thing got sore. I said honey, she said 20. I said get out you fucking whore. She put on her clothes, headed for the door, then said welcome to the disease that there is no cure for. Then she started running and almost got away. With no clothes I gave chase, making sure she'd pay. Now she passed by my boy and I knew he was strapped. Red pulled out his gun and shot the bitch in her back. Bare butt naked I headed for the car. The massacre was from Texas, so I pulled out the chainsaw. Cutting and cutting, he said Johnny man she's dead. On the news they found remains of just an arm in her head. An assassin. That old boy, that old boy, that old boy, that old boy. I'm an assassin. That old boy, that old boy, that old boy, that old boy. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. That old boy, 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 that old boy.
We just was bugging, you know what I'm saying?
Don't fuck with me.
A child was born in the East one day, moved to the West Coast after his parents passed away. never understood his fascination with rhymes or beats. And poetry, he was considered elite. Became a young gangster in the streets of LA. Lost connection with his true roots far away. But no matter the job or crime, he never lost his hardcore obsession to rhyme. New York's hip-hop movement broke loose. DJs cut records, raps had the juice. Since busting rhymes was his natural thing, he was crowned the West Coast MC King. But after his inauguration, there was a rush of whack rappers with one intention to crush this master rapper and take his throne. A simple job, he had no crew, he stood all alone. Assassins came in groups of 1 through 5. With raps, no mortal MC could survive. But he showed no mercy. He rapped bloodthirsty, battling from Friday on through to Thursday. Never losing a bout, never ending in doubt. Every confrontation, KO, knockout. On his never-ending journey to the T.O.P., the LA player, MC Ice-T.
Magnificent rhymer, I'm the ill beat designer. If they ask you if I'm deaf, don't run and say kinda. Merciless, meticulous, so fresh, it's ridiculous. I'm raising the heart of love, say, and G-E-L-E-S. King, we're connector, the vocal projector. Your girl tried to jock me, I had to reject her. Always adventurous voice, some say it's sensuous. Now I'm on the mic, so I think I better mention this. I don't like Gucci, Fila, Louis, or Fendi. Those are fads and I ain't trendy. Trillion and Juicy, Tammy, Laura, or Cindy. Ice got the beef and this ain't Wendy's. Bust a move while I'm walking, sucker rappers I be stalking when they see me on the street with my homeboys walking. They slow down, turn around and ask, who's that the Ice? And they see me cold counting my cash. Rhyme pass, rhyme pass. Moves must be busted, girls can't be trusted. I looked at your lady and I was disgusted. Came into the party just to rock the place, and your big zombie looking freak still won't get out of my face. I don't mean to diss her, but do you kiss her? Look at her lips, she got them crazy blisters. Body that smells like the New York Mets. Armpits all nappy packed full of sweat. I hope it's something that you never forget. Tell that freak outside next time you come in the set, because my jams be crazy packed with all fly ladies. Talking deaf girlies and I don't mean maybe. The way I rhyme, no one will ever slay me. And I ain't lying, rhyme do pay me. I'm notorious, I'm infamous like a snake. I'm venomous for those who make this. I think you should consider this. I can make a rhyme complicated as a puzzle, dangerous and as violent as a pit bull and a muzzle. But this record's for radio, STE. Ario is not to be banned for some underground mixture. My heart's in my fist every time I begin. Sometimes my lyrics go crazy and I just can't control them, my friend. I try to edit what I'm rapping about, but I can't write polite. My anger just jumps out. Perpetrators in the bin that claim they're hard as hell. Talking that gangster shit, knowing the soft as gel. Oh, I gotta chill out before I ill out, and my negative potential just might spill out. And then this record won't be getting played. I say that rap for another day. Rhyme pays. The front stage area goes into hysteria as I start to rhyme and unleash my criteria of where you come during the beat of the drum. And evil agitates the records with the useless and stuff. Using the intricate moves, the record stays in the groove. My boy cuts like Jason, it's easy to prove that Evil Ian the Great. His cuts are real, not fake, not emulated effects. So I play back tape, they say witness your face while evil demonstrates. I'm about to get off this mic, E-Dog the break. Kick it, kick it, kick it. Like me if you wanna diss me if you're gonna, but my jam will still be kicking on your neighborhood corner as my baseline acting out the views on your box. There'll be no doubt within your mind what it is empty to rock. Like granite, I planned it so you could understand. If someone talking when I'm rhyming this, dollars I'm making. But you're down with me, you know God give me. Black kids say I'm Tretch, white kids say I'm Nipsey. Spell out my name, you go I-C-E-T. But right now it's time for Evilly to hit me, hit me, hit me. Battle of just jealousy. Inevitable situation, sucker rapper frustration. I rhyme too tough to bite, too intricate for notation. Syllables jumble, competitors crumble as they witness mic attack, and now microphone rumbles like a hurricane. I'm made. Sometimes I go insane. Step on my rep and I inflict the pain. No shame, I capital T my name. Damn, there I go, ill and out again. So you can stop guessing if this is a gift or a written down memo. See, I am a professional. This is not a demo. In fact, call it a lecture, a visual picture, sort of a poetic in rhythm like mixture. Listen, I'm not dissing, but there's something that you're missing. Maybe you should touch reality. Stop wishing for beats with plenty bass and lyrics set in haste. If its meaning doesn't manifest, put it to rest. I am a poet. You try to show it, yet blow it. It takes concentration for fresh communication, observation. That is to see without speaking. Take off your coat, take notes. I am teaching a class, or rather school, cause you need schooling. I am not a king or queen, I'm not ruling. This is an introduction to poetry, a small dedication to those that might know of me, they might know of you. And maybe your gang, but one thing's for sure, neither one of y'all can hang. Cause yo, I'm like an arrow, and Scott is the crossbow. Say something now. Thought so. You seem to be the type that only understand the annihilation and destruction of the next man. That's not poetry, that is insanity. It's simply fantasy, far from reality. Poetry is the language of imagination. Poetry is a form of positive creation. Difficult, isn't it? The point? You're missing it. Your face is in front of my hand, so I'm dissing it. Not like all the others. They just cover while I just smother every single stupid mother. Wait, brother. KRS-One will have to show another MC or self-proclaimed king or queen or gang or crew or solo or team that I mean business. So tell me, what is this? See, I come from the Bronx, so just kiss this. Boogie Down Productions is someone's an experiment. The antidote for sucker MCs and they're fearing it. It's self-explanatory. No one's writing for me. The poetry I'm rattling is really not for battling. So when I'm done, you will simply say, damn. So this conversation is somewhat hypothetical. Boogie Down Productions attempts to prove something. I say hypothetical because it's only theory, my theory. So take a minute now to hear me. So what's your problem? It seems you want to be KRS-2. From my point of view, backtrack, stop the attack. Cause KRS-One means simply one KRS. That's it, that's all, solo, single, no more, no less. I built up my credential financially and mental. Anytime I rhyme, I request the instrumental.